Hey, I'm Patrick from Ostego, here to talk about the lying elbow extension. The lying elbow extension not only helps improve your overall bone health, but it also helps strengthen the muscles in your upper arm and the back of your shoulders, which are great for all of the lifting that you do throughout the day. Now, before we get started, a quick safety reminder, as always, is to maintain a nice, neutral, and straight spine while exercising. You never want to bend forward, and you never want to twist the spine. And you also want to make sure that you keep your chin and eyes at approximately a 90-degree angle to your spine. So for instance, as we're getting down onto the floor, we'll rotate forward in our hips. But you can see I'm keeping a nice flat back, and I'm keeping my chin and my eyes at a 90-degree angle to my spine, so that as I move through this rotation, no matter where I am, my spine and my neck are in a nice neutral position. So, having said that, now let's get down onto the ground. We're going to be lying on our back. My favorite way to do that is to put one foot out in front of the other and to stack both hands on top of each other, and then rotate forward at the hips as we just explained, placing your hands on top of your knee, and then by pressing with your hands against your knee, you can brace and slowly lower yourself down onto one knee. Now, once you're here, oh, by the way, if you would like to use a table or chair to lower yourself down, please do so. Once you're here, you simply move your outside hand down to the floor, and then your other hand, and then you move your foot back behind you. Now that you're in a tabletop position, you're going to slowly move your knees and feet apart from each other in whichever direction you prefer until you get to the end of your range of motion, and then you will slowly lower yourself down onto the floor with a small knee push-up. Now, with my backside arm, I'm going to tuck it underneath my body after straightening it, and then with my front arm, I'm going to roll myself over onto my back. So I'll catch myself with my foot, but you can see as I rolled over, I was able to keep my spine in a nice, straight, and neutral position. Now, as I move back to the mat, I'll show you two things. Number one, you can do this on any surface, whatever is comfortable for you. If you have a carpeted surface, that's fine. I'm obviously on a hard floor with a mat, that's fine. For me, it's comfortable to have my head just on the mat. But if you would prefer to have a small towel behind your head for comfort, that's great. Also, if your neck requires, due to its shape, requires a little bit extra padding, that's fine. But what we don't want to do is have anyone use a pillow or large item that will lift their neck up to an unnatural and curved position, because that, again, will compress the front of your vertebrae. So once we're here lying flat on our back, we want to keep our legs in an A position, kind of like an old school sit-up. We want to have our feet flat on the floor with our feet and our knees approximately shoulder width apart, and then our head flat on the floor or on our towel as we have. And then you'll grasp the weights that you have and lift them straight up into the air. And I'd like your palms to be facing each other. And then we're going to rotate back until you're at about a 45-degree angle back behind your head. And then we're going to let gravity bring the weights down until they're right beside your head, right beside your ears. And then to recover the exercise, you're going to move the weights back up into the air. And that's one repetition. It's a very easy exercise, a quick exercise, but it's great at not only extending the lats and the back of your shoulder, but obviously the tricep, which is the primary muscle that's exercised. So again, showing this on a 4-count movement, as we'll do in our classes, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is one repetition of the lying elbow extension. Now we're going to quickly get back up onto our feet to show you how to reverse the order. Again, while lying, you want to put legs down. You can start with both legs down, and then you'll lift up an outside leg because you're going to be pushing against this foot to roll yourself over. Whatever is your opposite arm from that leg, you want to tuck that underneath your body and then roll on top of it, catching yourself with your outside hand. And then once you've rolled over, You want to pull this arm out from underneath you and put it in front of you just like you were performing a push-up. And then you want to slowly do a knee push-up to get up off the ground, and then just walk your knees and hands towards each other until you end up back in a tabletop position. And once you're here, you want to bring your outside leg up in front of you, whichever you prefer, and then put one hand on your knee to brace yourself and then slowly push yourself up. And as you can see, you end up with both hands on your knees, and then by pushing against your knee with your hand and against the floor with your back foot, you can rotate up just like you came down, and you'll end up in a starting position. But again, remember that we're rotating only at our hips, and we're maintaining a nice neutral spine the entire time, and we're keeping our chin and gaze at a 90-degree angle from our spine. So to finish, you simply continue the brace and bring your leg up beside you, and then finish by rising back up into a standing position. So that is the lying elbow extension. Thanks. And be sure to check out our website at ostego.com for easy to follow exercise classes just like this one, because they're all focused on improving your bone health. Thank you so much, and we'll see you there.